little snippet that we've got here for you. Erin Burnett started by asking about the recent floods in Queensland and climate change.
I don't think you can look at one weather event and say that equals climate change. Right. But across the globe and into the future, the scientists are telling us that there will be more extreme weather events with climate change. I believe we do have to act on climate change. I believe it's real. I think it's humans that are causing the carbon pollution that causes climate change. And so we've determined that we will price carbon, put a price on it from the 1st of July 2012. We are a very emissions-intensive economy. Per head of population, we generate more emissions than Americans do.
And you rely on coal.
Our industrialisation has been based on relatively cheap coal. Yep. We've got to seize the opportunities of a clean energy future, and pricing carbon will help us do that.
The carbon issue, though, was a big one in your country. There was a quote from you when you took office saying you weren't going to do anything with carbon taxing, and that change in policy is part of the reason the support for your party is at a record low. And for the first time, your personal approval rating fell below 50%. Why the change of heart? What do you say to people who say, well, she said she's going to do this, and now she's doing that?
Well, look, I understand this is going to be a big debate. Before the election, I did say we needed to price carbon, and we've always supported as a political party a cap-and-trade scheme. We are in a minority government, and we need to work with others to get legislation through. And in order to act, we've agreed to have a scheme that is fixed price for a period, effectively like a tax, and then go into a full cap-and-trade scheme. So yes, that's different than what I said before the election. If I had every choice in the world, we would be there going to a full cap-and-trade scheme. But I've seized the opportunities of this Parliament to make sure we get carbon pricing done.
And you're willing to make this your signature issue? You're willing to, my tenure, my career, to stand on this issue of carbon?
Well, I'd like my tenure, my career, to be remembered for creating an opportunity society in Australia, for making sure that every Australian child gets the chance at a high-quality education and has all of the opportunities that the future should bring that child. Part of those opportunities is going to be a clean energy future. I can't stand by and have our economy fall behind as the world moves to a cleaner energy future.
That was the Prime Minister, Gillard, speaking with us, Bernie, over on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, our little studio there.
Yeah, and very forthcoming and rather warm, I'd say. Definitely learning the ropes there. She's really on the defensive, though, isn't she, over the CO2 issue, and really needs a pulpit to, do a little bit of messaging work there, because her popularity has taken a bit of a pummeling when, she pulled the carbon issue out of the hat there.
Yeah, exactly right. I'm maybe a bit surprised to be even hearing about that when she's on the other side of the world, but definitely a big issue down here.
Yeah, to a bigger audience, I guess, but playing to the domestic one as well at the same time.